mudslides have the power to move mountainsides and mow down everything in their path. In the face of a dangerous debris flow, how would you react?
KTLA's Surviving Disaster Week has answers to questions that could save lives. Joining us again, extreme weather expert Thomas Costigan. He's the author of the National Geographic Extreme Weather Survival Guide and Extreme Weather for Kids. Welcome back.
Good morning.
See you again.
All right, earlier this morning we quizzed our viewers about mudslides. Let's look at the options that we gave them. If you live in a place where mudslides happen, you should A, clear your property of shrubs and trees so they can't crash into you. B, run from it and look downstream for a safe place. C, once the slide settles, try to dig out others who are trapped. And or D, stay awake all night and listen to weather reports.
Okay, so let's look at option A, which is clear your property of shrubs and trees so they can't crash into you. Thomas, what do you think about that?
Well, first, I think it's important to note that we live in an ideal geography for mudslides here. We have coastal areas, mountains, and canyons. That's the recipe for a slide. So when you look at shrubs and trees, planting those hold water, strengthen the soil, so the answer actually is no. You shouldn't clear it. That's really good for it. And recovery-wise, after a slide goes by, then replant those trees, replant those shrubs, because that will strengthen the soil, hopefully prevent another slide from happening.
Option B was run from the mudslide and look downstream for a safe place. Can you outrun a mudslide?
No, you can't outrun a mudslide. The La Conchita mudslide, for example, 15 seconds wiped out that entire community. But the thing to do, and it would be instinctually correct to look downstream so you can get to a safe place, but you want to look up so you can see any debris. Technically geologists like to say they're debris flows. So when you see outdoor furniture, rocks, anything like that coming at you, you have the opportunity to move out of the way.
Okay.
Option C would be once the slide settles, try to dig out others who are trapped.
This is a tough one because, as human beings, we want to be there and help others right away, but you can then put yourself in harm's way as well. So you want to be really careful of that, communicate with the individual. If you have a storm whistle, use that to get others to help you. Let the professionals get in there and do their job and extract the person safely, because you never know what you're dealing with once you get in there. They may have two people that they have to then help survive.
And option D was stay awake all night and listen to weather reports.
That's the one thing you should do.
Yeah.
So that is true, because most mudslide deaths occur when people are asleep in the bottom floors of their homes. So if there's a chance that a mudslide is going to happen, stay awake, stay alert, listen to weather reports, listen to people who know what they're doing. Just a quarter-inch of rain in an hour is enough to trigger a mudslide. So it's really important to pay attention and don't take chances. Get out, go stay with relatives ahead of time if you live in a mudslide-prone zone, or go to a hotel. So really just pay attention.
In terms of recapping the quiz, the best answer is that one, essentially to stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah, just staying ahead of the curve, really knowing what's going to happen. I did a story up in La Conchita last year, which was the most deadly mudslide the United States has ever seen, besides Washington State, tragically, this year. So they happen a lot in the Pacific Coast. Pay attention, stay ahead of the storms, know if you live in that type of zone, and then take action to get out of the way.
Well, speaking of which, you being a weather expert, you've seen all types of terrain all over the world. Why is the Pacific Coast especially vulnerable to mudslides?
Well, we've all driven up the Pacific Coast Highway. And whenever I drive up there, I look at those cliffs right there and I go, wow, that's a potential for danger. Guess what? It's a potential for dangerous disasters like this, because that's what happens. Again, just a little bit of a slide, that could be underground water, by the way, or rain or irrigation in the case of La Conchita. Those things can cause a little bit of a slide to become a big, big slide. So really, don't take any chances. Get out of the way. Know if you live in that zone. And if there's a storm coming, really evacuate the area ahead of time.
All right. Tomorrow morning, Thomas Costigan back with us again with his expertise on high winds that can be more dangerous and unpredictable than a tornado. For more information, check out his website, theclimatesurvivalist.com.